Yeah, so I had this realization, right? Like, poison types in Generation 1, they're fucking dog shit. But there's three separate tiers. Ignore this. Ignore this. This is nothing. Who puts their shopping carts away? Let's do buying groceries. Their thoughts, reactions on rainbows on products during Pride Month. You know how Mario's gonna be. You know how Mario's gonna be. But yeah, speaking of YouTube, I got a very interesting comment, right? I've talked a little bit about some of the more interesting comments I've gotten, right? And it went straight to the hidden comments. I should not be looking there. I should not be looking in there. I should just let it be. But I had a look anyways, against my better judgment. And it was just like, they replied to their own comment about 6 times. Essentially just having like a roleplay. Yeah, and in the very last one, they said I had a jellyfish pussy. But that's one of my least favorite things I've ever read, I think. So yeah. Yoshi has no concept of money. Absolutely, absolutely. Yoshi sees thing he want and eat, and that's it. Gets groceries delivered. I was originally gonna put Popo here, but does Popo really have the money for that? Yeah, Kirby's definitely in the... Yeah, Kirby's here too. Kirby and Yoshi are just the same when it comes to food. They just want things and they get them. So here's the thing. Kirby would try and pay for the food, but he doesn't know what to pay with, if you get me. Okay? Yoshi would, like, just take food that he wants and leave. Kirby would pay for food, but he would pay with it with, like, a cool seashell that he found. Or, like, his favorite crayon. Or shiny rock, even, yeah. This, I think, would be Puff. I don't think Puff needs to eat much to live. Right? Puff would go into a grocery store. Why don't... Grocery store? Supermarket. I'm sorry. Supermarket. Get, like, 3 bananas, a cucumber, maybe a carrot, and, like, a baguette. And then, like, after that, Puff just gets, like, sweets. That's it. Mommy buys the groceries. Mommy buys the groceries. Well, Ness is a feeble child, so Ness can go here. Eats exclusively sushi and soy lattes. God, that's so hard. You know there's someone who eats their groceries in the store. Oh my god, I saw someone who bought a chocolate bar yesterday. They bought like a protein bar, ate it in the store, and they were just like, hey, I ate this. Can I pay for it? They just showed the cashier the wrapper and was like, hey, can I pay for that? You just wait like 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Were you going to die without the protein? Were you going to die? Like, come on. Come on. I feel like Game & Watch only eats and stops close to his work, not a trace of food in his house. God, that makes me annoyed, because that's kind of like what my uni is like. If you want, like, I don't want to bring food to uni, but all the food on my campus fucking sucks. It's expensive, it's shit, you know? Like, can I live? I just want to live, okay? I just want to live, alright, without being bankrupt or living off fucking chicken rolls. I think Peach, here's the deal, right? Peach goes to buy groceries because she thinks it's fun, right? Peach just doesn't really know how the real world works. Peach buys Wonder Bread that we don't need, don't worry about it. No. She would never. Yeah, so here's the thing. Peach goes out to buy groceries because she's like, ooh, groceries, woo! But she would literally just buy, like, celery and candy. She doesn't really... But the Toads buy the actual food, right? She comes home and, like, she's like, look, everybody, I got the groceries. And it's, like, cigarettes and celery. And the Toads are like, good job, you did it. But the Toads have already gone and bought, like, all the actual food. Mario may be transphobic, but I will die on the hill that Luigi will be supportive AF. No, okay, listen. This is my headcanon now, because I know when I first originally did these, Luigi was the weird, yucky incel, and Mario was the normal guy. I think Mario, like, corrupted Luigi, but then Luigi realized the wrongs. Luigi is reformed, and Mario's so angry that Luigi is, like, actually living his best life now, that Mario, like, unleashed it, right? So Mario went from being, like, secretly an incel to just, like... he couldn't contain it anymore. Fox would get his groceries delivered, I think. I think Fox thinks he's too important to buy groceries. Like, Zelda kind of is too important. Zelda's like royalty. I'm not saying she is too important, but she thinks she is, and she can technically kind of back it up, right? You know what I mean? Fox is just a regular-ass guy who thinks he's too important to buy groceries for no reason. I had a dream that Luigi tried to break into my house to steal cleaning products. I mean, did you help him? Daisy and Luigi are transfem and transmax solidarity. Luigi and Daisy are like that meme where it's just like, I just got my top surgery. Cool, my bottom surgery is next week. And then at the bottom, Wario would just be like, Wario would be saying some shit. Okay, so for Luigi, buying groceries is a big event because he's just kind of got like a little bit of social anxiety. He doesn't particularly like going outside, you know? Like if someone talks to him, he'd probably fumble a little bit, so and he doesn't like having to talk to the cashier. Like if Luigi went to, you know those things where you pay yourself, right? The self-service things at the grocery store. If Luigi tried using one of those and his card like didn't work for some reason, like he tried to tap the card and it just didn't work, instead of talking to someone, Luigi would just stand there and be like, Luigi's just gonna start crying. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. As for Donkey Kong, buying groceries is a big deal for Donkey Kong because he just fucking loves it. He gets to go to the store and see all the epic fruits. He can buy a slow cooker even. He can buy a toaster that'll break in 2 weeks. I'm nearly finished my coffee already. DK is just happy he can carry all of the groceries in one go. Oh my god, can you imagine buying groceries and Donkey Kong shows up to carry your groceries? I'd be like, gosh, these groceries are so heavy, and Donkey Kong just shows up and he picks them up and you're like, oh, thank you, Donkey Kong. That would be awesome. That would make my day. That would make all my days. DK is a gorilla. I'm pretty sure him going to the grocery store is a big event for everyone. Someone would carry Samus's groceries for her. Someone who doesn't even, like, know her. They just see Samus and they're like, can I carry your groceries? We studied Nuzlocke as a part of my masters. My favorite thing is when I did a project on hit confirming. It was a project on like reaction time, and I talked about hit confirms, and I included footage of me not doing a hit confirm. I just did Dan2MK into EX Launcher with for no reason. I just did it. There was no confirm in there, and I just pretended I confirmed it. Yeah, that's true. Peach stopped giving him cakes. Once Peach found out about the real Mario, she stopped making cakes for him. So he just goes around and fucking takes food. Mario excretes some sort of gunk. Are you saying Mario just does not record? Mario is self-sustaining. You know, let's say Mario works at like a fast food place, right? And when the customer doesn't eat all their food, like they leave over like 2 slices of pizza, Mario eats the fucking pizza. Mario would eat the fucking pizza. Yeah, he has to work 2 jobs. He has to work 2 jobs now. I don't know why, he just does. How many jobs this bozo got? He deserves to work 3 jobs. I don't care. I genuinely do not. Luigi kicked Mario out of the house. Oh, that's true. Luigi now has enough confidence to, like, point at Mario and be like, you're the problem. Fuck out of here. Go on. Go on. That's so true. I'm so proud of Mario has, like, 7 jobs. Mario had 3 jobs and he had to get a 4th one because he invested all his money in, like, Goomba coin or some shit. Only buys more food when absolutely necessary. Okay, so these two are very different. These two are very different, and I'll tell you why. Mewtwo knows what they're gonna eat, like, in 3 weeks' time. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner planned out, like, for days at a time. They know what they're gonna eat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They know, right? Mewtwo has everything planned out in advance, and that's why they only get more food when absolutely necessary. Because they know they're not going to eat more than they expect. Popo and Mario are at least good friends with each other? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. See, Popo is like a failure, but Popo at least knows that it's his fault. Mario blames the world around him for his failures and shortcomings as a person. Popo knows that he only has himself to blame. Popo just doesn't have the money to like buy more food when he wants it, okay? Like, when Popo eats, like when Popo finishes his last microwave dinner that went out of date 2 weeks ago, he's just like, I guess we gotta buy some more. Is there anybody who only orders takeout? So, someone mentioned that earlier. Yeah, that's a good point. Lives off takeout. Fucking Roy. Roy would do this. Roy would do this. I think Sheik might do it too. Okay, here's my idea. Maybe Zelda doesn't want to get all her groceries delivered and shit. You know what I mean? Maybe Zelda actually just wants to get a fucking Nando's now and again. Okay? So what Zelda does is to get around her stupid fucking royal family, she disguises as Sheik, but instead of like going out and doing ninja shit, Sheik just goes to like Burger King. Put Nana and Popo in the event tier. You know what? You're right, and I'll tell you why, okay? Sometimes Nana feels bad for Popo, and Nana brings Popo out to get some groceries, and is like, listen, whatever you want, just put it in the trolley. And Popo doesn't really show it, but he really appreciates that. Whoa! Guys! Did you know there's a sale? You can get Among for 75% off. I did something the other day. It was one of my friend's birthday, right? My friend got him a birthday card, and of course we all signed it, right? And she did a really nice job, right? She was like, have an amazing... Also, it wasn't an actual birthday card, right? We got them a congratulations on the baby girl. And we just changed it. Like, inside the card it said, like, congratulations on the birth. And we just added day at the end. But the thing is, she did a really good job. She wrote something really nice and was like, have a great day and all that. And then when she handed the card to me, I drew a little crewmate. And then in massive fucking text, I just wrote, have a sus-tastic day. And I just ruined it, kind of. I can't tell if I ruined it or, like, made it amazing. I might have ruined it, I might have saved it. I hope they did have a sus-tastic day, though. Is the one who fell over? Oh, like me. I think I've talked about this. That's, like, one of the most embarrassing things that happened to me. We went on, like, a school trip to Dublin, and I saw GameStop, and in the middle of the street, I was like, game! And then I fell the fuck over. I feel like this is DK. I feel like this is absolutely DK. If DK saw someone fall over, he would also fall over just so they don't feel that bad. Samus in that oh, you know, that's too fucking tempting. Alright, fine. I can't say no to that. I can't say no to that. I have Cliff brain rot because now I'm thinking about, like... Okay, bear with me for a second, okay? When I imagined someone falling over... And I immediately thought of... Hang on, can I move the screen a bit? This is... Yeah, this is fine. Where is it? I immediately thought of this move. I immediately thought of this. This is like my... I fucking love this move. It removes OTG. So if you do this on someone who's knocked down, they get launched. Well, kind of. But it's really fucking cool. It's really fucking cool. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Also, you might have seen, oh my god, check out the hitbox on this bad boy. My man has fucking forward profile. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I love this guy. Funnily enough, I'm a bit of a fraud because I'm talking about Melee. I haven't used this with Melee yet. I got this ages ago. I've just been using it, for fighting games. I've just been using it for fighting games. It's like I know how hard it's gonna be with Melee, so I'm just like putting it off. I'm awful. Who's just going for the kill? Go Mewtwo. Mewtwo sees someone fall over and is just like, "Aight, done." Popo would be genuinely happy that they fell over. If Popo saw someone fall over, he would just be quietly happy to himself. And not in a bad way, right? You know what I mean? Popo's just happy that something bad happened to someone else for once. You know what I mean? Okay, what if we do how they approach learning a fighting game? I can fucking relate to this, because I've been learning... I'm still very much learning plus R. I'm still very much learning plus R. But I'm having the time of my life. Plays in training mode almost exclusively because they don't have the confidence to head in line. Me! God, I hate that I'm like that. I hate that I'm like that so much. So, Samus and Mewtwo spend a shit ton of time in training mode, but they can actually apply what they do in training mode in a real match. Like, they're legitimately cracked. You won't hear from these two for like 3 days straight, and then they'll like hit you up out of nowhere, and you'll have to block the wackiest mix-up you've ever seen in your fucking life. Luigi just kind of sticks to training mode because he's not really confident enough to play actual people. He just doesn't really have the faith in his skills. I feel like Dr. Mario would just learn the basics and play with friends because he doesn't really have the time to do much else. Like, he's a fucking doctor. He comes home and he's just like, hop on, fight Cade. He's not that good, but he's not bad either. I don't know yet. This could be me with Rev 2, maybe. I might be like this with Rev 2. I think Falcon's a lab monster, but the difference is Falcon isn't nowhere near as good as these two. Falcon spends a shit ton of time in training mode, but he can't apply it in an actual match anywhere near as good as these two. Falcon will spend 3 hours on a combo he found on Dustloop, and then like clip it once he's finally done it, and then never do it in a real match. Just like me. This is Popo's tier, right? So the deal with Popo. Popo either gets really into the game or drops it completely depending on the very first game he plays. If he wins the first match and has fun, he's gonna be a fucking monster. If he loses the first ever match he plays, uninstalled. Refunded even. Roy would get pretty good, but not that good, right? Roy would play a character, get pretty good at them, but not amazing. But then they'd get, like, distracted. They'd watch, like, this random low tier do something cool. And then it all goes down the drain. Because they have to pick up this cool new character. And it's just like... And then they've just lost it. They've lost it, right? Sometimes it's very tempting. I am so tempted sometimes to play Potemkin in Plus R. But I'm like, no. Just stick with Cliff. Okay? Potemkin, there is no way you can do APB loops on this, right? On this. There is no way I'm going to be able to do aerial Potemkin Buster on this. Absolutely zero. DK is fucking cracked at any game. But, like, it makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. And he doesn't really compete either. He's just, like, he's just an online monster. Right? DK, like, he was like, oh, look at Rev 2 rollback, that's kind of neat. And he just picked up the game, and in like 1 week, he's got an absolutely ludicrous Johnny. For no reason. He just does. My wife says I have a ludicrous Johnny. DK, Bowser would learn the most annoying shit in the game for no reason. I think Bowser's willing to put more time in than these two, though. Bowser would pick up the most annoying character as a joke, but then he'd actually be really good at them. He would actually be really good, right? This is Mario. Mario doesn't play any fighting games, but he has, like, very strong opinions on them for no reason. He's one of those people who's, like, gassing Xrd and chatting shit about Strive, but he has, like, 3 hours on Xrd and, like, 4 hours on Strive. Mario downloads all of his opinions off YouTube video essays. But he has, like, the opposite opinion. Mario hates fun. Mario hates fun. Who else is godlike for no reason? Puff. Puff has absolutely no fucking idea what's going on, and is just like, you know what Puff is like? Puff has 0 execution, but guesses right every single time. Marth has very strong opinions on Persona 5. And Marth fucking loves Persona 5 and has never played Persona 5. And the thing is, like, with Nana, right, I think, let's say, I think Luigi might be here too. Luigi's just, like, tired. Luigi does what he has to do in the day, and he gets home and he's just sleepy. He's too sleepy for video games. He just watches, like, a nice YouTube video. And it's just like, you know, he doesn't have the time. No, I think Nana's a pretty epic gamer, honestly. I think she's a gamer, you know? The thing with Nana is it's like, she wants to play a shit ton of games, and she appreciates a lot of games. It's just that she doesn't have the time, you know what I mean? Right? Like, she gets home from work or whatever. Nana get them stacks. Yeah, exactly. She makes enough money to afford all these cool-ass games that she wants. Hang on. For fuck's sake. Hang on, guys, just bear with me. Bear with me. I need to figure out which wire it was. I feel like a lot of the games I play happen to have lesbians in them. And every single time, I'm like, oh my god, I love them. They need to get together immediately. Immediately. Going Under has like 3 of them, maybe 4 of them, and I am all for it. They all need to get together and be friends. It's important to me. They need to make a sequel where they go and get like lunch together. Do you think after like a day of just like going out and raising hell throughout the city, DK comes back, gets in his bed, turns on his purple LED lights, and just plays a little bit of like, you know, he just plays a bit of Stardew Valley. I think DK would like appreciate that at the end of a long day, just to calm his inner demons. Cause Lord knows they need calming. Lord knows they need calming. So like these guys just play fucking FIFA COD, Brain Rot, Fortnite, Friday Night. This one in particular. Ness in particular is like, you know, he's definitely like, if he was back in like 2015, he would have been like a Five Nights at Freddy's, Undertale, you know, like he got lost in all of that kind of like culture, you know. He wakes up every day eagerly awaiting new fucking Friday Night Funkin' mods. You know what? Did I ever find... Hang on a minute. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on stream. I've talked about it on Twitter. When I was 14, I wrote Five Nights at Freddy's fanfiction and passed it off as an English assignment. As an essay. Oh my fucking god. This is it. Read it? Hang on, let's have a little read. Okay. I shrugged and pulled a crumpled piece of newspaper out my pocket, glancing at a small advert in the corner of the page with a heading in a large unmissable font. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Oh! I can't fucking take this. What grade did you... I got the highest in the class. I got the highest grade in the class. I got the highest grade in the class for this shit. Everyone else just wrote about, like, tractors and farming and bullshit. Oh my god, I fucking talked about this too. Okay, so so mine is, like, it's not... So this shit is, like, it's FNAF inspired. It takes place in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe, but it's, like, an alternate universe bullshit kind of thing. But my friend, when I told him I was writing this, he did the exact same thing, but his story is just called Five Nights at Freddy's. So everyone made fun of him. Because, like, they could tell immediately. And also, his story was, like, 600 words long. And it ends with, the, it's the exact same as my story, except the guy just leaves without the animatronics ever showing up. Feet tier list? No, we've established this. We're not going there. We're absolutely not going there. House decor. Oh, shit, I like that. How have we never done that? I like house decor. Okay, I think Luigi is definitely here. Luigi definitely decorates his house with Lego and shit. I mean, I've technically done that a tiny bit. You can see a bit of Lego in the fucking background. Gym equipment! Oh! True! I think this is kind of obvious. I think both these guys have a shit ton of gym equipment. I think the difference is... Okay, here's the difference between these two, right? Both these guys have a shit ton of gym equipment in their house. Ganon actually uses it. Falcon makes it his entire personality. Ganon actually, you know... Ganon uses it. I think the thing is, Zelda's modern art would be, like, very expensive. Extremely expensive, stupid shit. Okay? Marth would have, like, 6 empty cans of Heinz beans with a skull he found outside stuck on top, and he'd be like, it's art. I think Peach is damn bitch you live like this. I know Peach lives in a castle, but I think her room is disastrous. Peach absolutely has, like, hot girl shit room. Like, not to the point where it's, like, worrying. But it's definitely a bit of a fucking mess, right? It's not, like, the kind of shit that you'd see on, like, Reddit or whatever. Like, those, like, cursed rooms. Top 10 epicest, cursedest rooms. Like, her room's a disaster, everything else is fine, but that's just because the Toads look after it. I think you're mixing up Peach and Daisy. No, Peach is a... I think maybe Daisy rubbed off on Peach. You know what I mean? She did what to Peach? No, her influence... Peach definitely goes up to her room for like 8 hours a day and is just completely fucking like zonked. DK like accidentally makes art, right? DK just like puts stupid shit in his house. But it's like a lot people super into modern art would be like losing their minds over it if they knew he had it. DK decorates his house by accident. DK is an artist. DK is an artist. You might not know it, but DK is an artist. Dr. Mario definitely comes home and builds like a massive ass Lego set when he gets home. You know what? I was gonna make a genuine health hazard tier and put Popo in it. But you know what? I think Popo... I think Nana... You know, this is the deal, right? I think Popo's house might have been like here or here. But I'll tell you exactly what happened, right? Nana came over one day and bought Popo something really nice. Like a nice clock or something like that. Or just some nice little trinket. And that sparked something in him. His house used to be a bit of a disgrace. But Nana bought him something that he really liked. And he's like, shit, I gotta look after this. And because he's looking after that, he's naturally looking after the rest of the house. You know? I think he's still not doing great. Yeah, exactly. He has to take care of his house because he goes outside 3 times a year. He's not doing great. He's not doing great. But he's working on it. He's working on it. He's working on it. Samus has every Bionicle. Samus has every single Bionicle, all of them. Samus has Karzani sealed in new condition. And she can afford that shit. She can absolutely afford that shit. The tier 3 subs paid for that. You know how much that is? That's like 700. That's like 700 euro, like sealed in new condition. She's fucking got it. She got 2 of them. She's got 2 of them. She's got one in the box and one that's like opened on display. She has every Bionicle, and you gotta love her for it. Pikachu definitely just grows weed in his house. Pikachu just grows weed, but he looks after it very well. Absolutely. Yoshi's house is a health hazard just because of all the gone-off fruit. Because Yoshi's brain is like food. That's all he fucking thinks about. It's just hardwired to think about food and basically nothing else. It's minging. Minging. Fucking minging. Yoshi's house is just a bunch of trees and a chimney. I mean, that seems like a health hazard. Why would you need a chimney? Why would you have a chimney next to a tree? Right? I feel like that's just asking for trouble. Like, canonically, I do think Yoshi's house is a health hazard. It's also shit. Right? It's also a shit house, like, let's be real. The thing with Puff is Puff does decorate her house with Lego, but it's all her own creations. And they're not great, right? She's not the most, you know, advanced mockist in the world. You get me? Her house is covered in Bionicles, but they're all a bit scuffed, right? Like the kind of shit that I would have made. Hey, Big Yellow from the future here. Initially I was gonna intentionally make a shitty Bionicle, to coincide with this joke. But I started doing that and I accidentally had a lot of fun. And I kind of made something that I'm actually pretty happy with instead, by complete accident. So yeah, I completely fucked it up, but I had a great time. So yeah, thank you for watching and enjoying thing. But everyone have a good one, and I will catch you at another time. Bye.